Cousins, welcome back to yet another episode right here live from the headquarters. For this episode, we will be doing duct tip nails. I have already partially prepped the nails, but we still have some work to do. You will see the application process, the filing process, and you will see a tad bit of my designing process. And we will be chit-chatting, and I will be giving out some tips and tricks. So, yeah. If you are new here, I am Kay and this is the headquarters. And here on this platform, I just share my journey as a nail tech and, help the girls out one video at a time. So be sure to check out all of my previous stuff. Like and comment on my videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and be sure to follow me on all other platforms so you don't miss a thing when I post. Now, diving right into this set, again, I have already partially prepped the nails. I already went in and applied the tips and prepped the tips. Prep the natural nail. After all of that is done, I'm going in right here with this 70% alcohol, which is the liquid that I just sprayed, and I'm just dehydrating the nails. 70% alcohol acts as a natural dehydrator, and here at the headquarters, it is what I use as a dehydrator. After that, I am going in right here with this no lift nail primer, which can be found linked to my Amazon storefront. And I am just going to use this as a primer. Now, this step in this process may look different from what you do at your headquarters, but here at my headquarters, this is my process. This is the process that has always worked for me, and it's the only one that I use when it comes to acrylic nails. I went in and prepped the tips, prepped the natural nail, dehydrated, primed the nails. Now we're ready for application. As for my brush, I will be using this number 8 brush from the brand Sullivan, which can be found linked to my Amazon storefront. The link is in the description. And as for acrylic powder, we are going to be using this Mia's Secret pinkish powder, and you can also find that link to my Amazon storefront under application and filing. Now, here at the headquarters, I do both acrylic and polygel, but for this episode, like I said, we will be doing acrylic. When it comes to working with acrylic, it can be a tad bit messy and a tad bit just all over the place, but I recommend practicing, like working on your beads, working on your liquid powder ratio, just getting all of those tactics down pat, and then attempting to work on building the structure on a nail. So if you don't have like a real person to practice on or yourself to practice on, I would recommend buying a practice hand and just work on testing out different methods of building beads, liquid powder ratio, all of that. Just work on testing out what works for you when it comes to applying acrylic. It literally took me so much time to really get down pat how I like to apply acrylic, and I learned the one bead and a half works for me. So I go in, I apply the first bead, and it's much bigger. It's probably going to cover half of the whole nail, and then I go in with the half bead, which is typically going to be my cuticle bead. And yeah, that is how I personally apply my acrylic. And if I just happen to have any other areas where I'm feeling like, okay, it's too thin, then I go in and just apply another, little layover bead. But other than that, it works. Now, I do have a full acrylic nail tutorial series out right now where I talk about liquid powder ratio, picking up beads, all of that. So if you are interested in that, be sure to go and check that out. It is on my YouTube and it is out right now. And you may get to the end of this video and realize none of this stuff works for you. You've tried everything you can try. It's not for you, and that's fine. That's fine. That is totally fine. But we are in this together, so we're going to meet in the middle somewhere. Now, with me applying the cuticle bead, it 9 times out of 10 won't be as big as the first bead is because the cuticle area is only a small gap. Me, just talking about me in this case. As you can see, if you look closely, I only have such a small gap with the cuticle area, but I want to make sure that the apex is built well. And I also want to make sure that the cuticle area is not flooded. So I only do just half of the size. Like, it's literally half smaller than the first bead was. And me personally, I do apply thick product. I don't like to hear anything about my nail chipped or, oh, it chipped. And no, I apply it thick. I just like a thick structure. I do. I just like thick nails. Not too thick where it's overbearing, but you don't want the structure to be thin. That structure needs to have a nice build on it. So that is why I encourage everyone to work on building a structure, a nice structure, where you have a good apex and you have just the right amount of thickness when it comes to working with acrylic. Application process is done. We are now moving on to filing. I am going in right here with this 240 sanding band and I'm using my Air CE file, and I'm just cleaning up the nail. As you can see, I'm kind of going side to side. I'm cleaning up that underneath, but I'm being careful not to go too far underneath because her nail is right there underneath it, like her natural nail and the natural skin. And I don't want to burn her. I don't want to cut her. So I'm being careful to just lightly go side to side. I know it seems like I am moving super fast. This video is just a tad bit sped up in some areas, but yeah. I'm being careful and I'm being very watchful. Being very sure to not miss any of the important parts, like just filing in the midsection, trying to smooth it out and even the nail out on either side, or sealing the cuticle and not filing away at the structure. But being very careful to not cut her. That is so important. Learning e-file techniques is so important because you put that e-file in your hand too fast, too quick, too bad. So yeah. I just, you know what I'm saying, take it one step at a time. And this part right here is not really sped up. As you can see, I'm just moving very slowly. I'm lightly getting in there. I'm not moving super fast. I'm just lightly getting in there. I'm taking a pause. I'm eyeballing it. I'm like, okay, go on that side. Look underneath. Be careful. Turn to the other side. Get just a tad bit over there. File in the midsection. Just eyeballing it. Just looking at the structure. Now I'm going around there, I'm sealing the cuticle. Just being sure to hit all of the important part. The lovely eyeballs that you have attached to your face, God blessed you with two, will play a major role into how everything turns out. Because you can just kind of look and tell like, okay, I need to file here, I need to go there, need to do that, need to do this, don't file that way. You can just look and tell. So make sure you are using your eyeballs. And as you can see, application process went well. So I'm just cleaning the nail up. That's it. That's all. It is not much that I have to do. All I'm doing is just going in, just smoothing out that base. So when I get ready to lay them designs, they lay flat and they lay flush and they lay smoothly across that nail. Now, while it is great and handy dandy that you use your e-file, it is also important to learn hand filing techniques. In my personal opinion, hand filing techniques are a bit more controlled than using the e-file. That e-file is constantly spinning, constantly moving, whereas the hand file, you are in control, literally. And with the hand file, I just went in and kind of crisped up the size just a little bit, filed the structure just a tad bit. And I always use 100 by 180 when it comes to a hand file. I just feel like that grit works for me. So yeah, that's that. Prep, application, and filing is done. So we are going to spray these nails with alcohol, clean them off really good, and we're just going to move on to designs. Yeah. As for colored polishes, I will be using the brand Beetles. Beetles can be found linked to my Amazon storefront. As for any white or black gel polish that you see me using, the black is by the brand Kenny. Kenny can be found linked to my Amazon storefront. And the white gel polish is from my local nail supply, Everyday Beauty, which is not linked to my Amazon storefront. For this set, she's like, now we all know, if you don't know, that I'm a freestyle nail artist. But this is not a cult. People do get a say-so. So I know a lot of people don't really like me as a freestyle nail artist because they're like, well, what if the person don't like it? But people get a say-so. I'm just working based off their ideas. Now, it has come a time where they like, hey, I don't even know what I want. Just do something. And I'm like, okay, I kind of got this idea. You know what I'm saying? And then we just go from there. But I do give them the choice to say, hey, how long do you want the nails? What's the shape of the nails? What theme are you going for? I do have people who send me pictures, but I try not to copy other artists' work. I just, you know what I'm saying? I just like to be in my own lane and just to try to come up with my own ideas if I can. No tea, no shade to the copy and paste girls, but you like certain let me say this, certain designs you will probably see me do, but just to go and find a set on Pinterest and copy that whole set finger for finger, no, we're not doing that. That's just my personal opinion. That is just my personal opinion. So for this set, she's like, I want to go for this pink and camo type of situation, like this Hello Kitty bait situation. And I'm like, okay, we're gonna make it happen. Now with the acrylic, the base of the acrylic, I was like, it would be really cute to put the designs that she is like wanting, like this whole camo situation, on a pink base. It'll go well with that light, like that beige and the pink and the this olive green here. I'm like, it'll go well with that. And it's actually looking good. So I decided to go in and do that pink base. And now we're just going on top of that and we're just doing some designs. Going right here, we're doing this star design, which is really simple to me. A lot of people really struggle with this, but nail art just comes to me second nature. I'm just artistic within myself. So when it comes to doing certain arts, I'm like, it's not that hard. It really isn't. I went in and did this French tip nail. Now I'm just gonna go in right here and we're just gonna do like this camo situation. So I'm just kind of going in all over the place and doing like different splotches, and I am curing in between because you cannot layer these colors without curing in between because all the colors will start running together. So yes, I do recommend if you're doing this design on any nail, please cure the nail in between. I do have plans to do like this junk nail, so I am gonna go in and use this D&D chunky hollow glitter situation. I've told y'all in all my previous stuff, please use that undercoat, like that silver holographic undercoat. It just makes the junk nail look better, makes it look more filled in. Now I haven't really drawn any characters for YouTube, I don't think. Yes, I have. We did SpongeBob. We drew SpongeBob. Y'all scroll down some. We did SpongeBob nails not too long ago. Y'all go and check that out. That was like my beginner days when I first started out posting on YouTube. We did SpongeBob, like a whole full SpongeBob set, and I hand drew him. But yes, I draw characters if you're new here, and I consider myself being good at it. When it comes to me doing characters, it's really just a shape thing with me. I just look at the shapes of the character like, okay, if the head is a circle, draw a circle. If the face is in the shape of a square, draw a square. Like, that is how I look at it. If the eyes look like round ovals, do round ovals as eyes. Like, that's how it all comes together for me. I know that everybody is not really good with detail art. People just really try to stay away from that because they like, I don't really want to. But it's really not that hard. And I really encourage everybody to at least test it out and try it out. For this nail, we are going to go in and do like this Hello Kitty Bape character situation. Like, it's the Bape monkey, but he has on like a Hello Kitty hoodie. So we're going to go in and do that. Now, this is one specific request that she has. She's like, I know for a fact I want that character. And I'm like, okay. We're gonna make it happen. She was like, you can kind of pull in any other ideas like that you want to pull in, but I know for a fact I want you to do the Hello Kitty Babe character. And I'm like, okay, we're gonna add him in here. So I'm going in right here and I'm just getting that together. Again, I am curing in between. You cannot layer these colors without curing in between. This is gel polish. So if you're interested in doing characters, I would say please cure in between. You cannot layer colors without curing in between. Or if you're doing like design stacking, like if you put a star on the nail and then you just so happen to want to put a spiral design within the star, please cure that star first. That's called design stacking, and you have to cure it because it's gel polish. And I do realize that I do have part of an audience who really don't know, and they come here to try to watch and learn. So a lot of stuff that y'all feel like, Kay, why is you saying we got to cure gel polish? We knew that. A lot of people don't know that. Seriously, you'll be surprised about the messages and the comments that I've read. Like, hey, I'm having trouble with my polish staying on. Do I have to cure this? And I'm like, it's gel polish. But a lot of people don't know that. So I got to respond in a way to help everybody. When it comes to any kind of gel products, for anybody who doesn't know or is curious, you have to cure it. It has to be cured in order for it to stick and stay. So, yeah. I hope that this has helped somebody somewhere, somehow, some way. Now, again, we didn't get too deep into the entire process. Again, this is just kind of like a tips and trick video, and I just wanted to come over here and show y'all this cute design that I did. But if you're really interested in like the in-depth tutorial about the shaping and all of that, watch my previous stuff. It's there for you. I broke it down piece for piece, step by step. That way you won't really miss what you're looking for. But this is just kind of like a tips and tricks. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of giving pointers here and there, just helping the girls out, you know? As for my nail art brushes, they can also be found linked to my Amazon storefront. I'm using a mixture between Beetles and this Art Done brush. That's what it's called, Art Done? I don't know. But it's linked to the storefront. The storefront link is in the description. So if you're interested in any of this stuff that's there, it's on there for you to shop and to use, and I hope it works. Again, you may realize, hey, none of that works for me. None of this stuff works for me, and that's fine. That is totally fine. Again, don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. You know what I'm saying? We're here to learn, and I'm just trying to help one video at a time. So yeah. Now, getting back to this character, I am just going in right here and we're just doing the face situation. I'm taking my dotting tool and doing the eyes because I just thought it would do better as to giving me a circle than actually trying to draw a circle with my art brush. When it comes to doing circles, a dotting tool will probably be your best friend, because just look at how perfect those eyes are. Like, seriously. Now, I am going to finish this set off with a matte top coat, and the particular matte top coat that I will be using in this episode is by the brand 𝒆𝒚, and it's called Gloss Who. And you can find that link to 𝒆𝒚.com. It is now on my Amazon storefront. That is from a totally separate brand, and I'll put the website somewhere for you on the screen. So yeah. Other than that, here is the entire finished product for the Hello Kitty Babe Camo nails. I absolutely love how these nails came out, chewing bad, real bad. I love this. I think I tied in all the colors well. And since we did like beige situation, I decided to tie in some gold, like gold and pink and all of that good stuff. Sometimes you have to know when to use matte and know when to use gloss. I really love that these nails are in matte. And I also love doing characters in matte. I just think it makes the face and the colors of the character pop more. I don't know, that's just my personal opinion. But cousins, this about wraps up this entire segment. Be sure to comment and let me know what y'all think about this set. Any questions or anything of that nature that you have, be sure to comment that as well. Follow me on all other platforms. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a thing when I post. Amazon storefront is linked in the description, so if you're interested, head over and shop. And as always, thank you for tuning in.